Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. A happy Wednesday to you all. Hopefully, your week is going nicely. Playing a little bit of catch up with stuff that released yesterday, and this is one that I am a little bit sad that I had to miss yesterday, but we're jumping back on board with it today. This is A.C.E. This is a boy group out of, I think, Beat, right? Beat Interactive. I've known about this group for a little while now, but by the time I learned about them, they had gone on their military hiatus. They have returned. All of the members have finished their military enlistment, at least to my knowledge, meaning we have a group come back from it. And as someone who often hangs out in Ben or Burb, you'll know him better as Burb over here on the K-Reaction side of things, he's a big advocate for A.C.E. and their music. He goes through a lot of their music on his run it back streams where we go back and check out like MVs they reacted to 2 years in the past. There's always an A.C.E. video if they had a comeback during that month. And well, he's been like the main proponent of me finding out about A.C.E. And now I get to experience an A.C.E. release of my own because this is the MV for the pre-release, I believe, titled Effortless. Now, I'm very unfamiliar with this group in terms of what they can do. I really only know a handful of title tracks, and that's primarily down to, again, Burb's live streams. So, be able to experience a brand new group, well, kind of a brand new group for myself. This is going to be very exciting. So, let's hop on board with it one time. DJ, roll the intro. This is actually quite interesting because this will not be the only time today hopping on board with a Beat group, because Forstella have a release today as well, which I'm going to be recording in a minute here. So I'll be seeing the Beat Interactive splash screen twice, but my first A.C.E. comeback. Oh, I'm very excited. And I know this is a pre-release. We'll check out the title track when that drops, but in the meantime, let's check this one out. Here we go. I always forget how loud that splash screen is.
I don't usually stay out too late. I've been known to escape, but you've got me thinking. Maybe I'll find a reason to stay. Have another drink and wait. Talk to you for
It's got a slower start. I reckon this is going to build up pretty quickly.
'cause if I don't, then somebody else will find out words I want. 'Cause there's something about you I don't think you know. Yeah, you got a different start. Now I'm running out of time. Everybody's looking at you. And I don't think
Oh, hold on a second.
everybody looking at you.
Fake drop. I know there's going to be one more.
And you don't know it. Everybody's looking at the clothes that you wear. They're looking you
Oh, keep holding it back. Okay.
Everybody's looking at you. And it's like you don't even notice, don't even know that everybody's talking about what you do every time.
Wow. No real release. So I'm guessing we're back to the verse again.
To try 'cause you do and you got you owning this drum. You're everyone's weakness. 'Cause if I don't, then somebody else will find the words I want. 'Cause there's something about you I don't think you know. Yeah, you got a different style. Now I'm running out of time. 'Cause everybody's looking at you. And I don't
It's like every release is gaining a little bit more traction.
everybody looking at you. So effortless that you don't know. So even know it. Everybody's looking at the clothes that you wear.
Yeah. It's very minimal, like the changes we're getting, but incrementally, very slowly but surely, we are climbing every single drop we get. I hear you up there.
Everybody's looking at you.
Lovely richness to his voice.
Everybody's
or
everybody's
just
looking
everyone in general,
at, looking
lovely voices.
at. 'Cause everybody's looking at you.
Peep the harmony.
Even notice. Everybody looking at you. So effortless and you don't know. So effortless. So everybody's looking at you. That you the look in your eye. There's gotta be why. Everybody's looking at you. Any second, don't even notice. Don't even know.
Wow, what an interesting song. It's one of those that does a lot without doing a whole lot. Very interesting. Kind of hoping we got song credits instead of just MV production. But we'll start the explanation part now. This is a song that, for the most part, like on paper, really doesn't do a whole lot. Whatever thing it does is very incremental. So you just get one step after one step after one step after one step. And the way the song kind of portrays itself is this kind of subdued but also slightly mysterious sounding song, right? So it starts. You're listening to this beat. Nice, heavy, constant beat. Very gentle, very subdued instrumental track. You're waiting for it to grow. It does grow. You're waiting for it to grow again. It does grow. But it's so gradual. It consistently keeps you on your toes because you don't really know what's coming. Because the song doesn't grow in a way that typical pop songs do. That's what's really interesting about this. So, like, we'll jump back to pretty early on the song
Find a
here.
reason to stay. Have another drink and wait. Talk to you for a minute. 'Cause if I
Twinkle.
don't,
We got a
then
rise.
somebody else will find the words I want. 'Cause there's something about you I don't think you know. Yeah, you
We're
got
getting a
me
couple,
this
like,
star.
drum fills here and there. Riser.
Everybody's looking at you.
It's like it's capturing the essence of what an anti-drop does, but not executing it like one. Because there really is no traditional drop in this at all, but it's not really following the lines of an anti-drop either. Because this is technically the full drop. You feel it, because you have that nice riser, musical silence, boom, the beat kicks back in again. So this is technically the full drop. It's just that the song starts growing from here. It doesn't start growing at the end of the chorus once the second verse starts. It starts growing at the very first beat of the chorus. And it keeps building, and it keeps building. And that growth continues all the way through the second verse. Once you get into the second verse and the second chorus, there's that consistent growth again. It's one of those songs where if you kind of look at a growth chart or like a power chart, you'll have little like hiccups here and there where there are moments of musical silence, extra little risers. But if you take like the median and you plot all the median points together, you'll get a pretty consistent power curve from beginning to end. And yet it's a song when you listen to it, when you listen to it, it doesn't sound like it's a very busy song at all. But in fact, on paper, it's quite a complex song. The final execution of it is a quite smooth, gradual pop song. And yet it's the little details hidden away that it's almost like going under the radar. And I mean, the title is Effortless, right? The song is one of those where it almost every single like energy point or like power point you get throughout all the musical phrases feels effortless because it's so gradual and it's so consistent that the song kind of flows without really having to think about it. That's very interesting to me. Compositional points aside, I think this is one of those songs where it's vocally very interesting. Like, I don't know enough about Ace's music to really like digest the vocal power and prowess and things like that. But just having listened to Effortless, it's one of those where it feels very nice to listen to. Like you get moments where vocally they get their chance to shine, nice little rich vocal moments, both high and low vocals. And it's just one of those where if you're like me who really likes a nice vocal part, you can kind of sink your teeth into it and really savor this one, even though it doesn't come across immediately as a song of that nature. I think that minimal instrumental side of things really does allow for the vocal part to kind of flourish and shine on its own, which is very interesting. And from someone who doesn't know the group, doesn't know their music, having a pre-release of this nature that keeps my brain engaged and has me curious as to what they can do when they're given like full no restrictions. That's a very good job for a job of pre-release. And I'm very impressed, and I'm very curious to see what the full title track is like. I'm also curious to see what how Ben reacts to this, because I know, like, out of all the people I know, Ben is like first and foremost when it comes to Ace fans out there. So I'm a clock in with him later today. But that is it for me today. Thank you all for watching along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today. Let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world. Whether it be, checking with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness to be brighten up someone else's day to day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, you know that I'll always be a friend, an ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.